The Power of One. Dr. C inspires the children. It was a hot August day in Washington, D.C., and all of the children at NCCF Freedom Schools were excited by the end of the summer program, which their classes has been preparing for all summer. Many groups performed Freedom School chants or did dances to songs about reading and good character. As always, the end of the summer program was lit. Elijah's group had just performed, and he and his classmates were all excited to show off what they had learned. Mr. Geddes came to the mic and asked a question which made the entire audience reflect. He asked, how many people does it take to make a difference? Elijah thought. That's a good question. Maybe I will ask my teacher, he said to himself. When the program was over, he asked his teacher the question, and his teacher challenged him to find the whiz and get the ultimate answer. The whiz, Elijah thought. I wonder where I can find the whiz. When he heard Mr. Emmanuel, NCCF's Freedom School site coordinator, blurt out, Green Tree Road! Everyone knows the whiz can be found on Green Tree Road. Travel there and re-ask the question. How many people does it take to make a difference? Elijah was awestruck, but excited by the challenge. He met up with his friend Tina from J.C. Knoll Community School and asked her the question about making a difference. Tina didn't have a clue, but she was very excited to accompany Elijah to Green Tree Road to help him find the whiz. Elijah and Tina gathered their friends from community-based services. There was Ashley and Cameron and Abby and Naya and everyone's favorite artist, Pirelli. And all of the children headed to Green Tree Road to find the whiz. When the children arrived to Green Tree Road, it took them to a place known as Main Campus. Now is the time to find the whiz, Elijah thought. When they first arrived, they met a pleasant man named Ralph, who offered assistance. Hello, the children said in unison. Can you direct us to the whiz? The whiz, Ralph said and chuckled. Oh, you must be referring to our dedicated executive director. I'm sure if you go into this building, you can find her working in there. The kids were excited. They were finally a few steps away from meeting the whiz. When they walked into the building, they met more caring adults. There was Matthew and Crystal and Dahlia and Jackie and Jermaine, all of who pointed them to the office of the executive director. When the children arrived, they were so excited they could hardly keep quiet as they burst into the office looking for an answer. Sitting at the desk with a plaque in front of her marked Executive Director and awards all around the room showing off her great achievements, graduating Brown University, leading NCCF for 33 years, and pledging a member of Delta Sigma Theta, they knew they were in the right space. So Tina asked, aren't you Dr. Chapman? Well, yes I am. And how may I help you children? Dr. Chapman replied. We're looking for the whiz, and we were told that we could find the whiz here. The whiz, Dr. Chapman shouted it with her Bostonian accent. Why are you looking for a whiz? I'm sure you have met several caring adults since you've been here on main campus. Why do you want a wizard? Well, Mr. Geddes asked, how many people does it take to make a difference? And Mr. Emmanuel and our teacher suggested we find the whiz to get the answer, explained Elijah. Tina jumped in and said, we've come a long way from Southeast Washington, D.C. to get the answer, so we're hoping you could help us. Dr. Chapman sat back in her big executive chair and she smiled. Then she said, "One smile can begin a friendship. One step begins a journey. One bird can herald the sounds of spring. One star can guide a ship at sea. One touch can show you care. And one word can start a prayer." You see, children, it only takes one to make a difference. Just like one candle can light up a room with darkness, it only takes one of you to be a difference maker in this world. The world needs more beautiful children like you in it. This is your time. You have important discoveries to make. Now is the time to make them. You have important talents to develop. Now is the time to develop them. You have important gifts to give to the world. Now is the time to give them. The children stood in front of Dr. Chapman quietly as she inspired everyone from their head to their little toes. Elijah said, "Wow, it only takes one to make a difference, and that one is me?" "And me," Tina said. Dr. Chapman looked at each of the children and then said, "All of you can make a difference in this world. You are not here by mistake. Around this big world and down through the ages, there have never been another you, and there will never be another you. The miracle of your existence is now in your hands. You are here for a purpose. You have something that only you can give the world. Take time to consider what that is."
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.